Hello everyone. When covering a junk journal, or any journal for that matter, it's usually best to make the cover slightly larger than the main body of the book. And today I will be making a cover for a 6-inch by 9-inch journal. My name is Laura and I'm from the Queen of Mirth, and I'm very happy to tell you that I am so grateful to be here with you today. So let's get started. The journal that I'm working on is this one. Obviously, it's not bound yet, but it will be soon. And these are just papers and whatnot that I will probably be putting into this journal. There's a whole alphabet here, which I think is kind of interesting and really cool. And there's 2 of each alphabet letter in there. And I think that I will keep them in this envelope and just attach the envelope into the journal. This particular journal is going to be a gift for somebody, so I want to provide all kinds of materials within the journal that the recipient will be able to use. So the alphabet letters will go there. Well, this is one of those envelopes that I make out of a perfect square of paper. So it's kind of interesting. I think I have a video about that somewhere. I'm just going to, first of all, take these things out because I like, and I think it's best when covering a journal that you don't have a lot of things sticking out and that might get glue on them or whatever. Now, this is pretty much empty, I think, and I make sure that it's all the pages are into the spine. And the reason I'm keeping the book intact while I'm doing the cover is because the size of the cover makes a difference. I want to make sure that I'm doing it well. See how these papers, they're all the same size. Each page is 6.5 by, each page is 6 inches across and 9 inches down. But because I have so many pages, they stick out. And I kind of like that look. I could trim them, but I don't think I will. So I'm going to instead make my cover large enough that when the book is closed, you won't see all of these things jutting out and they'll be protected. So now I mentioned that the journal itself is 6 inches by 9 inches. So what I'm going to do is make my cover 1/4 of an inch larger than the actual book, 1/4 of an inch larger all around. And to do that, I make the cover 1/2 inch larger than my dimensions, which means it's going to be 6.5 or 6.5 inches by 9.5 inches, and that's going to give me 1/4 of an inch on each side. And okay, let's get started. Now here's my little trimmer. It's not the best one you could ever buy, but it works for me. And I'm going to just stick this in here, put it up here, and then I want this one to be 6.5 inches, so I'll find wherever that is. Okay, that's 5.5. This is 6.5. So it should be right there. And make sure it's all square. Close this. It's a tough job for this little trimmer, but nonetheless it works. And then this one is going to be 9.5. So let's find that. 9.5 right there. Bring this down. Oh, make sure it's all square, which it wasn't. 9.5. Let's go back to that exact point. There. Okay. Didn't cut through. I should have gone twice with anything, especially this thick. Anyway. There. So hopefully this is going to fit. Now this, as you could have seen, was a file folder. It's one that I more or less inherited after my mother left this world. I had the task of taking all of her financial documents and other personal papers and shredding them. So I certainly didn't shred these beautiful file folders, and I've been using them, and I really, really like them because of the color, and they're nice and thick. They're pretty good. And they, for this particular journal, they're going to go perfectly. Have a look. See? Now, the pages of this journal are from a scrapbook that I bought at scrapbook paper, double-sided, that I bought at Michael's. If I have it, I do. It's this, and it's Craft Smart, and it was quite inexpensive actually for, you know, a double-sided paper that I'm so happy to be able to use. So, and yeah, so it's from Michael's. You get 20 different designs, 2 of each, so there's 40 pages, or no, 48 sheets it says. And I think it's always on sale. One of those, I don't know what they call it, I forget what they call it, but they're a good deal. Now, this is the cover, and this is all basically I need to do for it. Now, my next step with this is to cover the cover if I'm going to, or decide if I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I rather like it, and it is sturdy enough. It has this stuff on the back, which I think is kind of nice in a way. I have to think it over. One of the things I do when making anything, or painting, or any kind of art, is I sometimes put it aside for a day, or maybe up to a year for a painting, and I just think about what my next step will be. If I'm going to cover it, I'll do it before I bind the book, because I'll probably, you know, there's a decision to be made whether you want the thread, the binding thread, to show or not. Now, if I don't want it to show, I will bind it before I cover the cover. But if I do want it to show, and those, you know, linen binding thread is quite interesting. It's beautiful in its own right. I may just cover it first, and then do that. So that's what I had to show you for today. The main thing to remember is to make your cover larger all around than the book itself. You see, you can't see what's jutting out. And as I fill this, more things probably will be jutting out from the edges. And it does look kind of nice to be able to see those things. You can't see them all the way because some of the pages aren't poking out, but some are. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me today. I hope that you got something out of this video that you maybe wanted with respect to creating journals. They're very simple to do and very, very satisfying. So I totally recommend it. And if you like the video, please press the like button and do subscribe. It really does make a difference. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.